Hello, my name is Bianca. I'm Calista's mom. And I know it's been 2 years since I last made a video, and I need to start off by apologizing because I look back at all my videos that I've posted over the last 3 years. And my very first video was my commitment to allowing the world to be a part of Calista's journey. Let me remind you, I'm going over. My daughter Calista was born with Pierre syndrome or Pierre sequence. I know there's two titles. I know both titles are somewhat different. I'm still trying to figure out. I think she's Pierre syndrome. It could be Pierre sequence. I'm not a doctor, so please don't hold me to that. It's Pierre something. Why don't we call it that? And I have documented the big stuff. She was born basically without a chin. She eats through a feeding tube. She had a narrow airway, so she couldn't breathe on her own. She started with the tongue lip adhesion. Reminder of that is they staple or sew, basically a needle and thread, your tongue, the back of your lip like this. So she had spent the first 2 years of her life with her tongue stapled to the back of her lip. The reason why they did that, as a recap, was they thought that with Pierre is different for each person. I'm sure if you know anyone or your child or you yourself experience that, you hear that all the time. So there's no one way, as you can say it. And for her, hold on, mommy. For her, they thought if they give her time, her chin will grow as she grows. So we gave it 2 years. There was no improvement. Decided to do a jaw distraction. They break your jaw. They put a device in, some screws on the side. You turn the screws, new bone will grow, and ta-da, you have a jaw. It's painful and it's a lot, but that's how it works. And when she got her jaw distraction, she was getting sick, even though she didn't show signs that she was sick. So when they opened her up, her infection got worse and her cold turned to pneumonia. So during recovery, she caught pneumonia 4 times in a row. So the mucus inside her was basically taking over her body and she couldn't breathe, and there was no amount of suction that could get that out of her. So the decision was made to do a tracheostomy. When she got so it took about 3 weeks before she got the tracheostomy. So that's 3 weeks that she was sedated. Then she had to get a trach and to stay in the hospital. I think it was like 2 additional weeks. So her entire hospital stay, she was under sedation. Whether it was because she was intubated and you didn't want to pull her out, and then it was because she has a trach and you don't want her to pull out and you want her to be still. So with that being said, she got septic shock and like the what do you call it? The effect that being sedated all that time, the effect of having to be still all that time, the effect of needing so much medicine for so many different things all that time, it really weighed on her to the point where she couldn't walk anymore. Her body would shake and shiver. She almost lost her life, but thank God she didn't. And I think that experience, even though that's the part I should have really been documenting, and I have some videos that I'm going to post. There's no sound. It's just videos, just so you can get a visual of what it is in case you or anyone you know or anyone you love will have to go through that. I want you to see what it looks like. So if you're ever in my position, you see how bad it looks, but just know that just because it looks bad, it doesn't mean the end. It doesn't. I spent a lot of time in PICU, and I seen a lot of things with my eyes that initially it scared me, it hurt me, it devastated me, but it built me to be a stronger mom, because I can't freak out for every little thing, or else. Let me show you something. Don't laugh at me. Look at this gray hair. Look at this. effects of my experience, but all of this would be great if I freaked out for every little thing. And I need to be healthy. I need to be strong for her. I'm going to show you her. Wait till you see her. She's so cute. But yeah, so I should have been documenting it more thoroughly, but I think it weighed on me emotionally. Because when she had a trach, I had to get trained, and I did it. The training for you have to learn how to do a trach. So in Children's Hospital, I don't know if this is the case now. For me, they said they need at least 2 people in her household to be trained for a trach. Just in case there's ever a situation. Of course, they give you a nurse. She did not get 24-hour nursing. She did for the first week, but then after the first week, it was just night nursing. That was my decision, my choice. And they want you to be trained, at least 2 people, because if there's ever a situation where the nurse can't come, you need to know how to save your baby. And if you have a husband, or if you live with your mom or your grandma, or just someone else, because a lot of times it takes 2 people to change a trach. You need one person, to pull it out, and the other person to put it in. I was fortunate to have a nurse that can do it by herself. The first week, Callie came home, and she had the same one nurse since she's been born. So her nurse got sick of me because my job was to pull it out, and I was like, I can't do it. No, I don't want to touch it. So it was taking way much more time with me helping than it was for her. She was able to just whip it out, put it in, tie that baby, and go. I can't do that. So, and the reason why I can't do it, I'm not a bad mom. Please don't say that to me. I was born with something called, so many conditions, tetralogy of Fallot, which is a heart condition where all 4 of your heart chambers are affected. So I had to get open heart surgery when I was 3, and I almost didn't make it. I have my own medical story, but this isn't about me. It's about my baby. I had my time. I had my mom to get me through it. It's my time to get her through it. But look, this is my scar from my surgery. I'm not being sexual. I'm just showing you proof. And you see the holes? It's 3 of them. And I've always been very self-conscious about my scar. So I never touch it. And even when I wash it, I'm not nasty. I take my rag with my soap and I squeeze it. Make sure it gets soap. Use the shower head. Run it. I can't touch it. I can't touch it. So when my daughter had to get a hole in her neck, I'm like, I can't touch it. And I know the spiritual people would be like, that's God trying to get you to face your demons and overcome something. And I'm sorry to let you down. I never overcame it. I changed her trach maybe 3 times, and it didn't get better for me. But that's because I have my own history with it. I have connected with moms, especially through Facebook. There's a trach group for trach moms, and a lot of them, they post a lot of pictures, they make a lot of comments, they make a lot of videos, they talk a lot about them doing it themselves, and I commend them. I applaud you. I commend you. If you have a child with a tracheostomy and you have no issues doing the trach cares, that's incredible. That's just not me, because of my history and my things with my body that unfortunately is projected into my daughter. But just because I couldn't do it, I found ways and resources to get it done for her. My baby has been taken care of. So there was an emergency situation where, I let that go and I changed her trach. I suctioned, I should have made videos with her with her trach. I have videos. I will post them. But I'm rambling. We're talking about now. So 2 years ago, she got her trach. So she had a trach and she had a G-tube. Her trach was changed every Monday. She had a night nurse every night who basically just monitored her while she slept. She had to be suctioned every day. The amount of mucus never went away. She always had excessive amounts of mucus. We eventually moved on to her trach being cat with a nose, and then she got a cap where it kind of like it blocks it so she could breathe on her own. She had that for a while, and then eventually she got the green light to get her trach removed. So where we are today with Calista, Callie, mommy, come here. Daddy's at work. Come here. Let everyone see you. This is Calista now. Say hi, Callie. Hi. Can we see your trach? Where was your trach? And this is where her trach used to be. She's trach free. Callie, where's your trach? It's all gone? It's all gone. So basically, Calista, though her trach is gone, she never learned to talk. She can make sounds, and she can talk. She can say only a few words. Like Callie, say mama. Mama. Say no. No. Say all done. Say Elsa. Anna. She loves Frozen. So because her tongue was stapled to her lip, she never really learned how to manipulate her tongue, which we are working on. And then she had to get her cleft palate repaired, and then the jaw distraction. So, basically, and then the trach. So it's all these things that was centered around her mouth, where she just never really got the hang of talking. We were teaching her sign language, but unfortunately, I couldn't get approved to have a professional teach both of us sign language. The signs that she knows is through YouTube University. Thank you, YouTube. But it's not a lot. And I've gotten books and I've watched videos, but it's like the things I can't pick up on, I can't really teach her. So she suffers with communication. She points, she makes facial expressions, she has very small sound vocabulary. She does have a communication device that she never wants to use. I've been working on it we got this device early this year, maybe February or so. She don't want it. She doesn't want it. She thinks, no. She thinks it's a toy, and it's just... So she basically talks from pointing, yelling, and signing. That's how she communicates. She cannot make certain letter sounds. Like she cannot do anything that involves moving your tongue. So like the da-das, the tuz, or anything that'll cause air, like wah. She can't do it. So the trach is gone. She's still not talking. She has a fear of swallowing. She'll drink water, she'll drink juice, she'll drink milk. Not a lot, like a sip. But with food, she won't swallow it. So we still have a feeding tube. A G-tube. Callie, come here. Can I see your G-tube? Come here, mommy. And she's 4 now. She's 4 years old now. Her birthday's in March 3rd, 33. So yes, she still has a G-tube. I know, she doesn't like to show her body. Can I see your G-tube? Where you eat? Let's see where you eat. Just a quick second. So this is her G-tube. It's called a Mickey. She eats like this. You open it. You put the tube in. And I'll show you. When I do the food, I'll show you. What's wrong? What did I do? I'm sorry. She talks, but she doesn't know that she's not saying actual words. So to her, she's making perfect sense and she's saying something. For me, it's a game of charades, trying to understand exactly what she wants to say to me. And there are a lot of moments where she gets really frustrated that she's not being understood. And I'm still struggling with the communication aspects of Pierre syndrome and the eating aspects. But other than those two things, she's a completely healthy child. She can go swimming. We haven't yet because obviously coronavirus has hit. This is 2020 we're in. And she's been in a bubble. She has not gone to school. She's actually supposed to start school this year. I was going to put her in, but now I'm keeping her home because she is a medically complicated child. And though she's better, like, in a way, it's still not wise to gamble on her life and her health. And because she has a respiratory issue, like her condition is solely respiratory, I do not feel comfortable sending her to school to be surrounded by other people this year. So she was supposed to start school. She was going to be in pre-K 4. But now, well, she'll be here with me and I'll be her teacher. And I have to admit, I need to do better at like teaching her and structuring her. Sometimes in my head, I still treat her like she's in a hospital bed. I'm still really gentle with her. I don't really discipline her, which I need to because she is a feisty one now. Like she does it with her eyes. She cusses you out with her eyes and she tells you to kiss her ass without saying kiss her ass. Like when you're doing something or you tell her something she doesn't like the word no. She goes, and then she turn around and she shake her tush and then she looks at you like this. So like, I'm like, she's not saying anything disrespectful, but her response to me was disrespectful. So I'm still walking that fine line with like, how do I discipline her? Did you find mommy a rock? You found a rock? Yeah. Where'd you get this rock? Well, thank you, Kylie. I love it. Can mommy have a kiss? Mommy kiss? No. No, mommy kiss. More. More. Ah. And that's how she talks. That's pretty much what it is. We see you. So I'm making sure I got everything. This video is getting kind of long and I don't want to hold up your time. Just to recap, I will be posting some videos that I made with the past 2 years of her experience. There will be no words. It might be, I'm terrible at technology. So I can't edit videos. I can only make it as it is. So you're going to have to take the good and the bad. I suck at technology. I apologize. I'm trying to work on it. But just to recap, major takeaways. Calista's healthy. She's 4 now. No more trach. The jaw destruction was removed. Oh, about the jaw destruction. It got infected. I have some videos that I will be posting and some pictures of her with the jaw destruction, but it got infected really bad, so they had to remove it. But it was time to take it out anyway, so that was good. It was great timing. It was a lot. And before I go, I want to apologize again, because I have had some comments from people who really did care, who really did want to know, who really did want to update, and I thank you. Honestly, I only saw it this morning. It really surprised me and warmed my heart that you cared about my daughter. And a lot of the comments were people who themselves have children with Pierre syndrome. And I want to say hi and I want to connect with you. And I really would love to know about your child and your experience and how you felt. Because to me, still in my circle, in my world, I'm the only one still. So I want to step into your world. If you would allow me, if you're open to it, where you at now with your child? What did you experience? What treatment plans did the doctors have for you and your child? And how did it affect you? Because emotionally, it messed me up. And that's why I guess I went ghost. I didn't make any videos. I couldn't process it. It was one thing after another. A mini rock, thank you. It was one thing after another, and I think emotionally, I got overwhelmed and drained to the point where I had to be in survivor mode. For my own mental sanity. This year alone, I developed Bell's palsy, which is basically one side of your face gets completely paralyzed. And I will post videos of that too. It's going away now. I'm not 100%. I still have spasms in my face, but I couldn't close my lip properly. I couldn't close my eye. My eye was very dry. I had severe headaches. My vision was blurry. I had no taste buds, and I couldn't talk really good. And all of that was a factor of stress. So I've been stressed for the past 2 years. I've been on edge. I've had really bad anxiety, but I keep it bottled up because I'm not in a position to break down emotionally, because my husband works a lot and I don't work still, because I'm with her, and I don't have the financial resources, and I really don't trust anyone to take care of her. So my life is still dedicated to her and my son Jonah. That video, the last video, was him. He wants to do a YouTube channel now. I started one for him of him, just gaming. He's 8 now. Jonah's 8, and he's been amazing. And I'm letting him live. I'm letting her live. He's home. Well, he goes to school, but I think I'm gonna keep him home too. Because of the virus, I don't want him to catch anything or be exposed to anything and bring it to her. So he'll be home. So we're all home. And this video is getting kind of long. So basically, she's fine. We're fine. I'm getting better emotionally. She's getting better physically. She's still not talking. She's still not eating. She's running. She's jumping. She's sassy. She's a typical 4-year-old girl. She's beautiful. And she's strong, and we're still kicking. So yeah, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, if you find it helpful. The next thing I'm going to do as soon as I get off is to upload some videos of all the stuff I was just telling you about in this video, just to give you a visual, aside from just the verbal. You don't want to keep saying my face, I understand. But yeah, I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, I am going to be checking it daily. It's not going to take 2 years for me to respond like it did last time. I apologize. Don't hold that against me. Don't think I didn't care about what you had to say or your child. Even if you have something negative to say, like, I appreciate your opinion, That's how you feel. I can't, So, again, I'm going to go, and I'm going to post some videos, and thank you for all the people who cared, who took the time to comment, who took the time to view. And if you have an experience with Pierre syndrome, or anything you want to know, because we've went through this storm and we've overcame it. So, I would love to offer you more insight and intel. So just let me know. Again, my name is Bianca. My daughter is Calista. And have a good day. I'll be posting more, I promise. Bye.